Alrighty, what's up, everybody? Peter Gilmore here on this late Thursday night. Back again with my second video of the night. Once again, this time on the Peter Gilmore YouTube wrestling channel, youtube.com/Peter Gilmore. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button down below on this channel and all my other channels as well. Down there, dude. Down in the description box, and as always, friend me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter. And Instagram, and share this video all over the internet. Don't forget to tap that bell, turn on all my notifications so you never ever, ever miss an upload. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. And that's it. So like the video, dislike the video. I don't really give a shit what you do, but leave a comment after the video or in the chat. Act a fool, and subscribe to my channels and follow me on social media. Share the video, and don't forget to hit that bell. And that's all I gotta say. Pretty much all I gotta say about that. All right, on this late Thursday night, September the 9th, 2021. Hope everybody had a great Thursday. It's okay here in the Northeast, kind of chilly. It was a little warm, but not too warm. But that's pretty much it. As we're giving up for September the 11th, the 20th anniversary of the 9/11 terror attacks, and getting ready for that. That'll be on Saturday. So that's Patriots Day for all you dumb people that don't know about that. But it is what it is, and that's that. All right. So in the description box below is my last video, TDC number 204, with my NFL preview for 2021. Talk about that, so check it out in the description box below. I'm actually watching the Thursday night football game between the Buccaneers and the Dallas Cowboys. I can't believe this game. I can't believe this game. It is 28-26. Buccaneers with 11:53 to play. The Cowboys just got the ball back at about the 5-yard line. But Brady's been doing pretty decent, but the Cowboys are kept them in check. But it is what it is. But 28-26 with under 12 minutes to play, so this might be coming down to the wire in the first game. That's kind of exciting. But I thought it was going to be a blowout. 45. I said 45-3, but it's 28-26 right now. And that's excuse me. That's pretty much all I gotta say about that. So we'll see. Let's see if the Cowboys can upset the champs tonight, and really not really put a damper on the Super Bowl festivities that happened earlier tonight with the Buccaneers and everything, getting their Super Bowl rings and the banner and all that other good stuff. So we'll see. So football is back, baby. I can't wait. And that's that. And for all you Met fans, another heartbreaking defeat. They lost 3-2 to the Marlins. And once again, La Familia, which means I give up a lot of runs in Spanish. Gave up a 2-run homer to some guy named Jazz Chisholm in I think it was the 8th inning, and that was it. The Mets lose again, so they are now 70-71 with 21 to play. They are might be 5 games out tonight, even though the Braves and the Nationals are 6-6 in the 10th inning. Let me just check that real quick. I'm just talking to Double Z TV on Facebook. Just give me 1 second. All right, give me 1 second. All right. Well, the Braves won tonight. They just won in 10 innings, so the Mets are now 5 full games out of the division. The Phillies lost, so they didn't really gain any ground on them either. So that's about it. And for you Yankee fans, Yankees have they won 13 in a row, like about a week or so ago. Uh, Look what 13 games in a row has done for you, because you came home and if you lost basically the last 6 of 7, yep, you got swept by the Toronto Blue Jays, and that lead in the wild card is slowly dwindling, and the Yankees have, let me see, 140 games. They got 22 games left, so I mean they still got a pretty decent shot at the playoffs right now. But as far as the Mets go, I think it's pretty much a pipe dream that they're gonna get the division and all the wild card with 21 to play. They gotta hope for a lot of help right now. All right, right now the Yankees have the second wild card by a half game over the Blue Jays, uh, and 2 over the Mariners and the Athletics. Wow. So that's what happens when you win 13 in a row. Yeah, goes bye bye. Thank you for the free view, by the way. Yes. So with 22 to play, the Yankees have a half game lead over the second wild card. So it's going to be a dogfight between the first and the second wild card in the American League East. Excuse me, American League, I should say, not the American League East. As far as the National League wild card goes, the Mets are now 5 full games behind the Padres. They're 1.5 back of the Phillies, who lost today to the Brewers, and now the Phillies. Well, the Braves face the Marlins this weekend, so and the Mets face the Yankees, of course. I'm trying to find out who the Phillies play. Just get my book here if I can. If it'll go to the page. Oh, the Phillies lost to the Rockies tonight. They got a 4-game series against the Rockies. So they lost the first game. So we'll see what happens during the weekend. Hopefully the Mets can catch up, but maybe get second place by hopefully this weekend. But we shall see. As the Braves face the Marlins, and they got pretty much an easy schedule for the rest of the well, actually this weekend, and then they go to San Francisco and Colorado again. So Braves don't have it easy, and the Mets don't have it easy either. They got the Yankees this weekend, then the Cardinals come in on Monday. And then after that, they go to Milwaukee and Boston. Doesn't look good, and that's pretty much it. They did talk to DeGrom today, and they were saying that DeGrom had a UCL tear in his elbow, which you know what that means. Usually means you might get Tommy John surgery and you're out 2 years. But DeGrom said, "What tear? I'm throwing the ball." So don't know if DeGrom is going to come back this year. I don't think he should. God forbid he does come back for like maybe the last game of the season and he blows his arm out and he's basically gone till 2023 season. Can't do that. I would just shut him down for the rest of the year, let him just bulk up for spring training in March. That's all I gotta say about that. Yeah, so the Mets are 5 games out in the wild card and the division. 5 games out of the division with 21 to play. And Phillies are 3.5 back. So 1.5 games up on the Mets for second place. And that's that. But the Mets have a long, if they want to get to the playoffs, and I don't think they're going to get it, they have to jump over 4 teams. they're two back of the Cardinals. Who come in on Monday, so they have to beat the Cardinals on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. They have to take at least 2 or 3 from them. They're 4 back of the Reds. Reds got the Cardinals this weekend, so they have to maybe somebody has to take at least 2 or 3 from that. I'm hoping it's the. I would say I'll root for the Reds this weekend if you're a Met fan. Just get the Cardinals thing, well, just ship them out. But it is what it is. And then the Padres, I think they got the Giants this weekend, so the Padres could lose out, but we'll see. Oh no, sorry, they got the Dodgers this weekend. Then they got 4 against the Giants, and then they got St. Louis next weekend. Then their last home series against the Giants and the Atlanta Braves. That might help. That might have helped the Mets big if they're still in the division by then. But we'll see. And then the Padres finish off against the Dodgers and the Giants again. So Padres don't got it easy. So that wild card may come down to the last day. So some excitement in baseball right now. We'll see what happens with that. And that's pretty much all I can say about that. Showing Antonio Brown, that weirdo that used to play for a lot of teams. He's on Brady's team now. If you didn't know that by now, Brady's got the ball at where they got. Look at the 41 of the Cowboys. Yep, Brady fell and almost got intercepted, but the guy caught it for a first down. Fournette, whatever his name is. No, he was like getting out of the pocket and he tripped and he just threw it up, and somehow the guy caught it. His teammate caught it. I think it was a little bit taller than the defender for the Cowboys. But I can't believe this is a tight game. I can't believe it. 28-26 with just about 8 minutes to play. So if you're a Cowboys fan, you're hoping that you can stop them here, maybe limit them to a field goal, and you're down by 5. Well, that's not going to happen because Brady just zoomed one in to about the 15-yard line, but a flag on the play. And we'll see what the flag is. Looks like it's going to be a might be on the Buccaneers. We'll see. Yep, false start on the offense. So that negates that play. So it's going to be 1st and 15 for the Buccaneers. I still can't believe that. I mean, I'll say it again, but I can't believe this game is so freaking close. And Dax Prescott was playing today. I didn't think he was going to even play because of what happened last year with his leg injury, but he looked pretty good if he's got 26 goddamn points. But really should have been 28-27 if the Cowboys didn't miss a point after. And guy just caught and just tried to steamroll everybody. And it is what it is. But Cowboys need to stop right now, or they basically need to stop if Tampa Bay gets a touchdown. This game's basically over. So, but that's pretty much all I got to say about that. All right, enough about football. Let's get into some wrestling. And right now, hope you're all sitting down and having a cold beverage like I do. And that's all I got to say about that. But right now, on the Peter Gilmore YouTube wrestling channel, on this late Thursday night, it is time for your late and out of date AEW Dynamite. I can't say it loud because the rest is sleeping. So AEW Dynamite review for last night, September the 8th, 2021, from the arena in Cincinnati, Ohio, the home of our good buddy John Moxley. And that's pretty much it. All right, let's get into the show. Had a lot of good stuff last night. This was a great show last night. The fallout from All Out. So we're gonna hear from CM Punk about his his big win over Darby Allin. We're gonna hear from Punk. Also gonna hear from Bryan Danielson, about his debut on Sunday in AEW, and also we're gonna hear from the the elite, the elite, baby, the elite, the elite, baby. The elite, the new look elite with the young bucks, Gallows and Anderson, Kenny Omega, by God Omega, and the newest recruit who used to be in the elite, baby, and that is our good friend Adam Cole, baby. So we're gonna hear from them, and see what happens with that. But we had some matches on the show. We had in the main event, Minoru Suzuki of Suzuki Gun, making his AEW debut against the man he beat up at All Out, and that is Jon Moxley, the hometown boy. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. So, like I said, it was a great show. The rating just went through the freaking roof last night. And AEW got its highest, well, I think it's their highest rating ever. I think it's the highest rating. I don't know if they got a 1.4 yet, but anyway. But they got a big rating last night. And they beat Monday Night Raw in the demo, which is amazing. So they got a 1.3 last night with a point, I think it was 0.53 or 0.54 in the demo. And there's one segment that did a 1.5 million viewers watched. I don't know what segment it was. It might have been Punk or it might have been Adam Cole. I don't know. Or with the Elite and Adam Cole and Bryan Danielson coming in there. So it is what it is. Cowboys just got the ball back on a fumble in the end zone. Let's see what happened here. Okay, guy catches it and about to score and dropped it right before the end zone. And Cowboys picked it up and went down to about the 12-yard line. Helmet on ball. Good play by the Cowboys. Now let's see if the Cowboys can go downfield and score a touchdown, maybe to win this game. We'll see. I think it's like 6 minutes left. So, and I think they got all the timeouts. So, yeah, 28-26. Well, actually, it's not under 6 minutes. It's just under 5 minutes to play. 4:52 left. Cowboys at their own 12-yard line with all their timeouts. So, this could go. This could go down to the wire. I think it's gonna go down to the wire. So, you're the Cowboys. You're gonna at least try to get into field goal position, as that play only went like a yard. But a lot of time left. 4:43 left, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Dallas could win this game. They could shock the world and beat the Super Bowl champions on on night one of the 2021 season, and ruin the the Buccaneers Super Bowl celebration. All that good shit. But we'll see what happens with that. All right, so like I said, AEW got a 1.3 last night and a 0.54 in the demo, beating out Monday Night Raw. And that's pretty good. That is awesome. I know Raw did a I think they did a 1.7 something this week. Oh no, what did they do? I think it was 1.7 or 1.8. this week. I don't know what NXT did, but AEW, thank you for the free view, asshole. And yeah, so so AEW did once again did a 1.3, and that's very good, very 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 good. Up from last week's 1.04, so they went up a lot. They went up like 2.6%. Well, 2.6 in the rating, so they went up a lot. So and that's what I'm telling you. Adam Cole, Bryan Danielson, and Punk bring the ratings, and that's why everybody's now watching AEW right now. Because Vince and company are just sinking ship right now. I'm surprised they still can get 1.7, 1.8 on Raw. SmackDown, on the other hand, yeah, they usually get between 2 and close to 3, 3.0. So, and this Friday night, they're probably going to get at least 2.7 or better, because it's in Madison Square Garden. And Cena's going to be on the show. Edge's going to be on the show. Brock Lesnar's going to be on the show. It's going to be a big super show, super SmackDown this week. And we'll see what happens with that. Thank you for the free view. Keep on giving me those dislikes. I love it. I love it. I want more of it, because you can't do anything about it. Yeah, that rhymes. But anyway, that's all I got to say about that. All right, so let's get into it. Let's not waste any more time. All right, so we start the show from the Fifth Third Arena in Cincinnati, Ohio, and our commentary this week is JR, good old JR, barbecue sauce, baby. Tony Schiavone, and Taz. Yeah, so Taz was replacing Excalibur, who got married over the week. I guess over the weekend, or he's getting married, or he's getting a. It is what it is. So he's getting married, and we'll see what happens with that. Cowboys almost lost the game just now, as Prescott Dax Prescott got pressured, and he just like threw the ball, but it looks like his arm was coming forward, so they called that an incomplete pass. So now it's second down for the Cowboys. At the 30-something of they're 30-something with 23 to play. They're at the 36-yard line, so they got to go another 25, 30 yards to get in field goal position to possibly win this game. So it's very exciting for this first game of the 2021 season, and that's all I got to say about that. So, nice pass by Prescott, right to his receiver, went out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. But there is once again a flag on the play. So we'll see who this is on. So hold on the offense. So that's not good. So that's going to come back. It's going to be 2nd and 20 for the Cowboys. That's not good. You had a first down, and it comes back on a hold on the offense. And that's never good. And that's all I can say about that. All right, so like I said, we got Tony Schiavone, good old JR, and Taz on commentary, as Excalibur is getting married, I guess, this week to some lovely lady, probably in a mask. I don't know, because Excalibur's in a mask. Probably his wife is going to be in a mask. I don't know. So anyway, we get to our first match of the night. Dustin Rhodes taking on Malachi Black, Tommy End, whatever you call him. Pretty good match. Not great match, but pretty good match. And that's all I can say about that. It's also with it's also with Malachi in control, and basically Malachi is basically beating up Cody. He's beating up Arn Anderson. He's beating up his son Brock Anderson. And last week he beat the living Jesus out of Lee Johnson. And now this week, Dustin wanted to get him some, so he's gonna get him some, and he got some. Not in a good way. So Malachi Black was in control. Dustin had to fight back, and Black started attacking his leg, which prevented Dustin from hitting a Canadian Destroyer. Tried for it, and his legs gave out. So that was that. There's a point where Malachi put Dustin through the timekeeper's table on the outside with a back suplex, and it looked like Dustin looked hurt. He couldn't even get up almost. But anyway, he does get up, and he comes back, and they go back and forth. Black gets the Cody's retired boot in a play, and he's just like throwing it at Dustin. It's like, this is what happened to your brother. I'm gonna happen to you. So then that lit a fire under Dustin's behind, and Dustin comes back. He blocked Black Mass, nailed a Canadian Destroyer with he got like an assisted Canadian Destroyer. He backed up and he hit it. So that was kind of cool. Gets a new out of that. But then Tommy End kicks out the leg, sends Dustin into the exposed turnbuckle, kind of like head ribs first. Then he hits Black Mass, which barely even hit him. Like hit. Looked like Dustin was going like this, and then maybe like he kind of blocked it. He was trying to block it, but didn't really do anything. As he hit him like Tommy End hit him right in the shoulder. He falls down. 1, 2, 3. Malachi Black continues his undefeated streak, right almost at the 10-minute mark. So it wasn't a really good finish, but still Malachi Black picks up the victory, and he just basically beaten everybody in the Cody Rhodes little faction, if you will. And that's it. But Cody Rhodes will get his revenge on September the 22nd at Dynamite Grand Slam at Arthur Ashe Stadium in New York City. And that's going to be a big night for AEW. Next week's going to be even bigger because it's in Jersey at the Prudential Center. And that's all I got to say about that. Well, the Cowboys they're in field goal position right now with just under 2 minutes to play. So that's that. All right, so Malachi beats Dustin, kind of a meh finish. So I gave it 3 out of 5 stars, and that's all I got to say about that. All right, that room's open if you want to come in, if you're still awake or you're around, whatever you're doing. Probably would listen or whoever. But anyway, after that, we get a epic promo from the new AEW Tag Team Champions, the Lucha Brothers, Brave Zero Edo. They talk about being the champs. Ray's like, it's our destiny and everything, that we're the champs and everything, blah, 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 blah. So Pentagon, Pentagon Zero, basically saying that this took our blood, sweat, and tears to get these titles and everything. Anyone who wants to suffer as much as they did winning the belts are welcome to try and get the belts from them. And that's basically all I gotta say about that. So good promo from the champs, and we'll see who their first challengers are in the next coming weeks. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. I would love to see them face Santana and Ortiz once again. So I don't think that it's been going on since basically Mexico and a few other promotions and Impact. And that's all I gotta say about that. So like I said, I gave that promo 3 out of 5 stars, and that's that. 1 second. Oh yeah, chest is starting to hurt a little bit. Maybe a little bit too much. It is what it is. All right, after that, we get dueling promos from Eddie Kingston and Vito, smash CJ Parker pussy. Yeah, the TNT champion. Basically talk about their match at the pay per view, which wasn't that great, but Miro won. It is what it is. Eddie said God doesn't play favorites, and talks about Miro cheating to beat him. Miro promised to offer Kingston's broken bones to his wife, Lana. CJ. So might see a rematch coming between them, and that's all I gotta say about that. And we move on from there. All right, then we go to I guess one of the segments of the night. CM Punk comes out as always to a pretty nice ovation from the Cincinnati crowd, singing his epic theme, "Cult of Personality." So this is the first time he spoke since his match on Sunday against Darby, where he won, even though he's a little bit rusty. Got that butterflies out and everything. So anyway, he said that he's happy to be back, wants to get back into action once again. He wants to, it's like round two, let's go. So he puts over AEW and doing a whole bunch of wild crap, like having Minoru Suzuki on the card, on facing off against Moxley and blah blah blah. So Punk then says that he talked to his wife April, we all know as AJ Mendez, AJ Lee, AJ Brooks, whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to call it. I call her that ass. That's all I got. It is what it is. But so he says he talked to AJ about what's next. Well, she asked him like, "What's next for you, there, hubby?" And he's like, "Well, I don't know." So then he's asking the crowd like, who should he face next? And then we hear like rumbling from the commentary table, and like Taz like, "Give me the mic." So Taz gets up from commentary and interrupts Punk, and Punk's like, "You're really gonna interrupt me?" Says, "I have a lot of respect for you, but you don't interrupt me." Sounds like, damn. Okay. So Taz says he's sick of the love fest, the beat of the bullshit and the love fest, and he didn't want to hear Punk mention anyone from Team Taz. So Punk's like, "I never said anything about Team Taz." And then Taz is like, "Well, yeah, you did, in interviews and on podcasts and stuff like that." So Punk's like, "Well," it's like, so Punk's like, "Taz, I'll be more than happy if you give me Starks, give me Hook, give me even Hobbs." So like Taz like, "Oh, really? You want Hook?" Okay, 20-something you want Hook. Go figure that one out. Says then I think it's like, and then Punk ended the segment. Taz is like, it's like, "You don't want any of this. You don't want any of that. These guys, blah 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 blah." So Punk ends the segment with Taz's catchphrase, "Beat me if you can. Survive if I let you." So that was epic. I was like, holy crap, this is going to be great. So Punk versus one of the members of the of Team Taz, and it looks like it might be Powerhouse Hobbs, because Brian Cage has a match coming up with Ricky Starks, I think, pretty soon. I don't know if it's on Rampage or it's on gonna be on the next Dynamite, but it is what it is. So Punk went from Darby now going into a little bit bigger situation, no pun intended, with Powerhouse Hobbs, and we'll see if he can beat him. I think he will, but we'll see. I think Punk's gonna start off, he started with the young guy Darby. Now he's going up to Powerhouse Hobbs, and then he's gonna keep climbing up that ladder until maybe he gets a shot at either Miro or Mr. Kenny Omega. But looks like Kenny's got his own problems with Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson. But we'll see what happens with that. Let me move on from there. Also, Punk pointed out Aunt Linda Pillman, who is the aunt of the late great Brian Pillman, God rest his mighty soul, and she was in the front row with Brian Pillman's sister, and she's also the woman who raised Brian Pillman Jr. So he showed some love to her. That was nice. I thought that was nice, because basically Brian Pillman and his family lived in Cincinnati, and then Brian Pillman and his wife Melanie bore two children. I believe it's two children. Brian Pillman Jr. and the daughter. I forgot her name, but blah blah blah. So they were there to cheer on Brian Pillman Jr., who was there, because he's from Cincinnati as well as John Moxley. So kind of a homecoming for for the Pillman family and John Moxley. So I thought that was kind of nice that AEW went did that and all that good shit. And we'll move on. All right, so I gave that 3.5 out of 5 stars, and we'll move on. All right, then we get a vignette from Santana and Ortiz, basically focusing on their focus is now on the rest of the tag team division, and they say that it's like we can't be stopped, and the kick is good, and the Cowboys have now taken the lead, 29-28, with 124 left. So it's not over. Especially if you have you still have Brady with 124 left. He can do his magic. So let's see, right down the middle. I think it was like a 38-yard field goal. And Mike McCarthy, who is the new coach of not the new coach, I think he's been coach of the Cowboys, is pumped. Dak Prescott's all pumped up. And Brady, well, he's like damn. That's all I got to say about that. I can't believe this. I am shocked that this game has been so good and so close. Really, if you think about it, it should be 30-28 Cowboys instead of 29-28 if he would have hit that field goal. Well, 2 field goals. He missed a 60-yarder, then he missed a point after. So, but this one he hit right down the middle. All right, so right, the kickoff went out of bounds. Not out of bounds. So I went out of the end zone. So the Brady's going to start at the 20, I think the 25-yard line. 124 left. 1 timeout left. So all he's got to really do is go about 45 yards and maybe get it into the hands of Jadakowski and see if they can pull out 31-29. And we'll see what happens. But it's been pretty good so far. And that's that. They're at the 25, so they have to get to about the 30-yard line of the Cowboys to get a shot at the game-winning field goal. We'll see what happens with that. All right, short pass and get about 8 yards on that. Took about 6 seconds, so I'll stop the clock. Everything like that. But anyway, we'll get back to that later. That's it. All right, then we got, like I said, we got a Santana Ortiz promo, basically focusing on their focus is now on the tag team division, and basically saying, come and fight us, we're ready, and that's all I gotta say about that. So, like I said, it would be really nice to see the Lucha Brothers and Proud and Powerful LAX, Santana Ortiz, whatever you want to call them, at Arthur Ashe Stadium on September the 22nd for the tag team belts. I think that will be awesome. If that happens, I'll tell you this. I think next week, the next 2 weeks, might be. I think they might get better next week, from at Prudential Center in Jersey. But I think the 22nd might be the best show ever. I think it do. But we'll see what happens with that. All right, so I gave this Santana Ortiz promo 3 out of 5 stars, and that's it. All right, then we go to the back with Tony Baloney, and his guest is Ruby Soho. So Ruby Soho makes her Dynamite debut against Jamie Hayter coming up. So she's interviewed by Tony Schiavone and issued her open contract to prove she didn't get lucky at All Out, beating Thunder Rosa in the Casino Battle Royale and getting a title shot against Britt Baker, baby, who come in to interrupt the interview, and Britt calls her the flavor of the week, and then And then Ruby put over how she helped Brit break into the industry a few years ago, and that her mind games are not going to work on her. And then she ran off a couple of her her nicknames, like the baddest bitch on the block, the role model, and the leader of the leader of the women's division, blah 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 blah. So so she says all that, and then Britt comes back and says, well, there's one name that you won't be, and that's the AEW Women's World Champion. Blah blah. Then she makes a joke. I mean, a savage, epic joke. She basically tells Ruby, says, you're called a runaway, so why don't you run away and go back to catering where you've been for the last 4 years? I was like, damn! Right in the nuts. Well, not in the nuts for her, for Ruby Soho, right in the pussy, if you know what I mean. Not in a good way. That was savage by Britt Baker. All right, the Buccaneers are now at the 41-yard line of the Cowboys. 38 seconds to play, no timeouts. Wow. Let's see what happens here. Brady back to pass. He's going deep and to nobody. 24 seconds left, 2nd and 10 for the Buccaneers. No timeouts, like I said. They got 24. This is a pretty damn good game. I didn't think it was going to be this close, but it's been pretty much a great game. Who knew? Who knew that the Cowboys would be, putting up a big fight against Brady, of all people? So this might be a little bit of exposing the Buccaneers here. They gave up 29 points, but it is what it is. All right, Brady is 2nd and 10, fires and caught by number 14, whoever that is. Goes out of bounds. Nice catch. I can caught it with one hand. So it's 18 seconds left. Caught by some guy named Godwin, not Henry Godwin, but came back to the ball, and it's at the 18-yard line now. So it looks like the Buccaneers might actually win this. Oh, that might have been a push off. The referee didn't call it. So the Cowboys, they're getting screwed right now. I told you, you have a lead with at least 2 minutes to play against Brady, you're asking for trouble. And Brady throws that away. 14 seconds left at the 18. So looks like the Buccaneers will win this game 31-28, unless that's a definite shove. But maybe the referees didn't see it, or they thought the Cowboys defender was flopping. I don't know. So I think I think the Cowboys got screwed on that play. Well, what else is new when you have Brady paying off the referees? It is what it is, and that's all I gotta say pretty much about that. All right, Brady back to pass and throws it away again. Hey, you throw it at the cheerleaders, you idiot. All right, 3rd and 10, 10 seconds left. So maybe one last play for the Buccaneers. They might throw it away again and then kick it on 4th and 10. But we'll see what happens with that. I thought it was Janikowski, but now they got Suck Up. I think it's somebody else. Why am I thinking Janikowski? I don't know why. All right, they're still at the 18. Got 10 seconds left. Brady back to pass. Once again, throws it away. I think that's great strategy. That is pretty much great strategy by Bruce Arians and the Buccaneers. Throw it away 3 times. You basically run like maybe a second or two off the clock, and now you're basically in line to win the game now. As this guy Suck Up, just sucks that the Cowboys defense, just let them go all the way down the field. A minute 24 left. So All right, 7 seconds left. Suck up is about to hit a 36-yard field goal. And here we go. Kick is up, and it is good. And the Buccaneers have won the game. That's it. Buccaneers have won 31-29 over the Cowboys. Well, if you had the Buccaneers by spread, you lost. Just like I did. I won the other spread, but not the spread, but I won the other fantasy league, but game because I don't know. Well, I forgot who I had. I don't have Brady as my quarterback, but I have I think the Buccaneers. Well, I have a couple plays on the. I have Gronkowski. That's the only thing. So he got me a couple points tonight. So that's nice. Um, but I have the San Francisco defense, and I got Debo, and I got Robbie Gould as my kicker. So Mike McCarthy's like, ugh, god damn. That's heartbreak for Mike McCarthy. And Bruce Arians like, yeah. Told you, I keep telling you people, you do not want to have a lead. It would be 1 point, 2 points, even 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7 points. You have a 6 or more point, or really a 2 or more point lead against Brady with about 2 minutes to play. You're gonna lose. About 85% of the time, you will lose. So yeah, kicked it out of the end zone. So the only things that the Cowboys can do is now play the hook and ladder game, and that doesn't work that much. Well, Prescott had a great game, 42 of 58, 403 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Brady, 32 for 50, 380 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. So it was a battle tonight, a really good battle. I'd love to see these two teams do it again, maybe in the NFC Championship game, but that's if the Cowboys even get there. I don't think they will. And that's my stuff. That's pretty much all I got to say about that. So the Cowboys fall to 0-1 on the season, and the next game will be September the 19th. So they got 10 days off, and then they will play. They go to the West Coast and they play the LA Chargers before coming home to play the Philadelphia Eagles Monday night, September the 27th. And that's that. As far as the Los Buccaneers, they say they go to 1-0. Next week, actually, well, they got 10 days off as well, and then they stay home against the Atlanta Falcons. And yeah, there's a fumble, and well, that game was over anyway. So that's it. So that's it for game number 1 of the 2021 NFL season. Brady does what he does best, and that is when the chips are down, when it's about like 2 minutes left, and Brady, you need Brady to win the game. What does he do? Brady, most of the time, does his magic, and another win for Brady, another win for the Buccaneers, and well, they're on the road right now to they're on the road to defending their Super Bowl title. But pretty close game. I didn't think this was going to be close. But 31-29, and that's pretty much all I got to say about that. And like John Cena is going to be on Jimmy Fallon tonight. Not that anybody cares, but I think he's just there to promote SmackDown tomorrow. Whoop-de-damn-doo. That's all I got to say about that. All right, so we move on from there. All right, so like I said, to recap a little bit for those of you who might be just tuning in, Malachi Black defeated Dustin Rose with a really garbage-looking black mass. Gets the win, and I gave that match 3 out of 5 stars. We had a promo from the Lucha Brothers saying basically, we won these titles with our blood, sweat, and tears, and if anybody wants to suffer as much as we did getting the belts, you can try to get the belts off us. Blah 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 blah. So I gave that 3 out of 5 stars as well. Then we heard from Eddie Kingston and Miro about their match. Eddie said that Miro cheated. Miro promised to offer Mana Eddie Kingston's bones. Not that he has a bone anyway, but it is what it is. No, Miro gives his wife a lot of bone, if you know what I mean. That's that. So I gave that segment 2.5 out of 5 stars. Then after that, we had a CM Punk promo, basically saying what's next. He kind of teased AJ again, so we don't know if AJ might be coming to AEW or he's just teasing us. Blah blah blah. And then Taz interrupted and said, basically told Punk stop talking about Team Taz. And Punk's like, well, you can bring Hobbs, you can even bring Ricky Starks, and and I'll beat him. And then he made fun of Taz's catchphrase, "Beat me if you can't survive if I let you." So looks like we might see Punk for Powerhouse Hobbs coming up pretty soon in his second match in AEW. But we'll see what happens with that. All right, then after that we get I gave that 3.5 stars. Santana Ortiz then did a promo basically focusing on the division and say we're the best in the division, and we'll see what happens with that. Hopefully a match with the Lucha Brothers for the tag belts. I would love to see it on September the 22nd in New York City, but we'll see what happens with that. And then like I just mentioned, Ruby Soho cuts a promo about wanted to prove that her win at All Out was not a fluke, and she's the #1 contender to Britt Baker's women's title. And Britt Baker and company come in, her Rebel and Jamie Hayter come in. They go back and forth. Ruby puts over how she helped Britt break into the business, and her mind game's not gonna work on her. She rolls off a whole bunch of her her names and stuff like that, and so people don't ignore who Britt Baker is. So Britt then says yeah, there's one name that you're not, and that's the AEW Women's World Champion. And it says, well, you're known as the runaway, right? It says, well, why don't you run away and go back to catering that you were in 4 years ago? And then that was kind of savage and everything. So Ruby's like, she's about to like punch Britt out, and then Tony Schiavone had to hold her back, like he's gonna do anything. But anyway, so that's it. So we're gonna see Ruby Soho and Jamie Hayter coming up in a little bit. So it is what it is. So I gave that 3 out of 5 stars, and we'll move on from there. And that's it. All right, then we get to our next match. We had Powerhouse Hobbs and Hook already in the ring. So out comes Dante Martin, one of the bright stars for AEW so far. I mean, really took Kenny to a limit in that 6-man tag team match, if you remember, with him just going off on Kenny and going off on the Bucks and everything in the tag match with the Seidel brothers a couple weeks ago. That made him a star that night. So he comes out and faces Powerhouse Hobbs. That's that. This was a pretty decent match. We also found out that Lee Moriarty, who was an indie darling, if you have followed his career, has signed with AEW, and we'll see him probably on Dark and Elevation mostly, maybe Dynamite, maybe Rampage here and there, but Lee Moriarty, pretty, and AEW signed him. That's pretty good. So for all the people saying that AEW is just hiring WWE rejects, no, they're hiring other stars, from the indie world. So it's not just WWE rejects or guys coming in from Japan to just have a match here and there. The ladies from fine ladies from the indie circuit. It is what it is. So it's not really WWE based, and they have a big roster. Most of them are basically from WWE, but also from Ring of Honor and from Impact and from various other New Japan. So don't tell me that AEW is turning into WWE 2.0 when they're getting so many guys and girls from the WWE. Bray Wyatt might be the next guy to come in October. And then after that, maybe Kevin Steen and El Generico come the new year. Maybe Ricochet too. Maybe Shinsuke Nakamura might be not too far behind. You know, WWE, but probably by my middle of next year, they'll probably have nobody besides Roman. Everybody but like mid carders or basically people that have been in freaking either the mid card or in catering for the rest like most of their career. We'll probably have like Bobby Lashley taking on Humberto Carrillo for the WWE Championship in the main event of like WrestleMania or something like that. God, God knows, God knows what's gonna happen with WWE. They're already a sinking ship. Thank the Lord. And that's it. All right, so let's get to Dante Martin and Powerhouse Hobbs. Um, so this was basically a speed versus power match. Basically worked in the favor of Powerhouse Hobbs, but Dante put on another good show. Hobbs ran over Martin to start. Martin and flipped over him a little bit later on. He gets caught on a tope suicida, and then gets thrown right into the ring post. Literally whoosh, 6 spots, just sick. Then we go to break. Martin gets dominated some more by Haas, but comes back, found ways to get in some aerial moves to knock the big man down, which included him leaping over a hook to hit Haas with a tope con hilo. But he ran into a big spine buster, which ended things in almost 8.5 minutes. I'm surprised he didn't use the town hall, that weird finisher he hits. What's it called? Townhouse, town hall, whatever it is. Anyway, pretty decent match. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars, but give it up to Dante Martin. Put on another good show, but he'll get there. He'll get there eventually. I think when his brother Darius Martin comes back, whenever that may be, I think they'll make a nice run for the AEW tag team titles, and who knows, maybe by next year we'll see the Lucha Brothers or whoever has the belts by then face Top Flight for the belts. I think it'll be a great match, and we'll see what happens with that. And we'll move on from there. All right, then after that, we go to the Skybox in Cincinnati in the arena. We have Dan Lambert, Mr. UFC guy, America's top flight, whatever the fuck the stupid thing is. He's flanked by the Men of the Year, Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page, and basically he's talking out of his ass as he always does. Talking about how AEW keeps signing skinny jokes like Punk, Danielson, and Cole. And they're not that skinny, dude. Anyway, the crowd starts chanting, "Shut the up" at him, but drown him out a little bit, and then basically he's just dissing AEW and just basically saying, "Don't waste it's like you're wasting my time being here," blah blah blah. Yeah, I was like, what? I don't know what is this. This has to do with anything. Is Dan Lambert gonna manage Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page, or what's going on here? What is going on? What's going on here? What's causing all this? That's Ric Flair and Nick Aldis used to say, but it is what it is, and yeah, I don't know what the end game to this crap is. We had the 2 UFC guys there, and now I guess he's managing Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page, and I could care less. Because Dan Lambert go fuck himself. That's all I got to say about that. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's that. All right, then we get kind of looked like a messed up promo, but anyway, we see Matt Hardy and the rest of most of the Hardy family office, and he's bashing the living crap out of Orange Cassidy, and he's like, "Orange Cassidy, I'm gonna shave your head. I'm gonna shave your head." And then we go to Orange Cassidy, who gets told in his ear by Chucky T about I guess Matt Hardy wants to shave your head. Wheeler Utah is there, and then OC's like, "You want to shave my head, Matt? Whatever." And then that's it. So I was like, I don't care. So it looks like we're gonna get a hair versus hair match pretty upcoming soon. Maybe at the Dynamite Grand Slam show on the 22nd. So somebody's got called. pretty soon, and I'm thinking it might be Matt Hardy, and see with him, hot piece. Then again, cue ball Matt Hardy can probably use his head and put his whole head in that proverbial legs, but it is what it is. So Rebby might like bald Matt Hardy. I don't know. I don't know. I like to have full hair on my head. Okay. I've had crew cuts before. Where, basically I'm like almost like a skinhead, but no, not anymore. I don't want that. Just gonna have it nice and clean cut, and that's all I gotta say about that. I think the days of me getting a crew cut are kind of over now, and that's basically all I gotta say about that. And we'll move on from there. All right, so it looks like we're gonna get a hair versus hair match between Matt Hardy and Orange Cassidy, and somebody's gonna be bald. Not that I care. And that's all I gotta say about that. So I get that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Excuse me. All right. After that, we get a pretty intense promo from Maxwell Jacob Faggot. I mean, Maxwell Jacob Fucktard. I mean, Maxwell Jacob Friedman. He comes out with Wardlow to cut a promo. I think Tony Schiavone was in the ring, or he just came out and got the mic. Basically, he cut a promo to complain about the restart in his match with Chris Jericho at the pay-per-view, where Wardlow came out, and then him and Hager were beating each other up, and Aubrey Edwards was trying to gain control, and then MJF hit the Juice Effect elbow, knocking Jericho out. He gets the pin 1, 2, 3, but Jericho's foot was underneath the rope, and Aubrey Edwards didn't see it, so Paul Turner comes out and is like, "Hey, his foot was on the rope," and then Aubrey saw it, and he's like, restart the match, and basically Jericho came back, he hit the Juice Effect and pinned MJF for his first loss in AEW, and that's that. So he's kind of pissed off about that. Blah blah blah. Then he starts getting the cheap heat, dissing Cincinnati, calling Skyline Chili mid, calling the fans mid. Then he starts talking about the Reds mid, even though they got the wild card right now. Not that mid yet, but they're mid. They haven't won a World Series since 1990. And then I like how Taz says Reds suck, because Taz is a Met fan. That's the only good thing I like about Taz. Red Hook brother. It is what it is. Anyway, he starts making, then he goes to make fun of Brian Pillman's daughter. Well, not Brian Pillman Jr.'s daughter, Brian Pillman's daughter in the front row, and he kind of like messes with Aunt Linda a little bit. It's like, "Oh, you can't believe you were that," saying a whole bunch of shit. And then Brian Pillman Jr. comes out in his dad's Bengals jersey, which I thought was nice touch. Cuts a very passionate promo about his dad, and puts over Cincinnati. He says, "You're in the jungle, baby." And then MJF comes back, like, "You really want to get into a promo off with me?" I'm like, oh boy, here we go. So then he does the most dastardly heelish thing you could do, and basically he goes after Melanie Pillman, call her Methany Pillman. Basically saying that it's like he said something like like Melanie couldn't do what all the other women in Cincinnati could do, and that's swallow. I was like, God damn, holy shit! And then that really set off Pillman. I was like, beat the fuck out of this guy, please. So he almost come to blows. Wardlow gets in the way. Then MJF like it's like, are you gonna actually beat him up, or are you gonna choke like you did at All Out? And so Wardlow got pissed, and he looked at him, and then MJF's like, get in the corner, do your job, get in the corner. So he moved away, and then Pillman, and MJF said he aborted Pillman like his mom should have done that. And Pillman just went off and just kicked the living crap out of him. I was going nuts, like, kick his ass. And then Wardlow, who was looking on, damn, I guess gotta help before I get, I don't get my paycheck. So she tries to help out, and then a little bit, and then Pillman shut them off, and they tries to go after Jeff again. Wardlow gets back in again, and then Griff Garrison, his tag team partner, the Varsity Blondes, he comes out, but he gets knocked out by MJF's Dynamite Diamond Ring, knocked him right out, and then basically the crowd was going completely berserk right here. And that's it. So MJF, he played the his heel role to a T once again. I think he's one of the best heels in the business. Even though he had, his promos are like the Dudley Boys promos in ECW when they used the fans and everything, and then the fans almost caused a riot point many times. They were talking about. There's one I went to with my dad. Went to an ECW show at the Elks Lodge back in in July of 2000 when RVD was the television champion, and he was facing Balls Mahoney in the main event. There was a point where the Dudley Boys came out, and there was like no AC, and we're all chanting, "Turn AC on." And then the boys come out and said, "We're the reason why it's so goddamn hot in here." And then they proceeded Bubba Ray Dudley proceeded to mess with a Mexican fan. He says, "Taco Bell's across the street, you idiot." And then he's like, I'm sorry to get a little bit racial. And then he starts saying that it's like Devon's gonna put his black thing, up his butt. And then the fan, being an idiot, threw his freaking drink in Bubba Ray's face. They go out, they take him over the guardrail, start beating the living crap out of him. And then out of nowhere, Spike Dudley dives from the top of the freaking balcony onto everybody. But and then there was just a humongous brawl that happened. I forgot what. I think that's when Balls Mahoney came out and basically beat everybody up, and that was it. But yeah, that's how I feel about MJF. It's like the he's like the version of, but he cut such good promos. Never a good face though. He's never a good face. A five-borough wrestling. And that's all I gotta say about that. So it looks like we're gonna get MJF and Brian Pillman in a feud coming up. Or maybe the Varsity Blondes against MJF and Wardlow in a tag match. But we'll see what happens with that. So this promo I gave 3.5 out of 5 stars, and that's pretty much it. All right, then we get a hype video for Moxley and Minoru Suzuki. That was pretty well done, and that's it. All right, then we get to our next match. Jamie Hayter taking on Ruby Soho in her Dynamite debut. And that's all that. We had Rebel and Britt Baker at ringside. She was using a lot of offense, really looked vicious and everything. So most of the match was okay. A couple of missteps here and there, but it came out pretty well. There was a point in the match where Ruby took back-to-back bumps on the ropes. Like I got thrown into the rope, like she got suplexed into the ropes and stuff like that. It kind of looked brutal and everything, but anyway. But Jamie Hayter held serve going into break, but Ruby Soho rallied and won the match with the Riot Kick or the Soho Kick, whatever she's gonna call it. She has to win 1, 2, 3, about almost a little over 7.5 minutes. Not too bad. And that's that. So I gave the match 2.5 out of 5 stars. Afterwards, Britt Baker and Rebel hit the ring. They start beating up the Jamie Hayter comes in for a 3-on-1 beatdown, and then Rio comes down. Little young Rio, so cute. Rio comes down to try to make the save, but took a hellacious, almost botched backbreaker by Jamie Hayter. Really knocked her out. Like, damn, Rio, good lord. And then after that, Chris Statlander comes in with a chair as they were about to, as Britt was about to stomp Ruby Soho's head into the women's title. So Statlander comes down with a chair, and all the heels leave, and that's it. So it looks like Ruby Riot has a new Riot Squad, if you think about it. Just her and Rio and Chris Statlander. And that's it. Maybe have a 6-woman tag team match coming up on Rampage, I think, this week. So that was a nice storytelling. Go to that match, but we'll see what happens with that. Like I said, 2.5 out of what did I say? 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's that. All right, then we get a video package of Ricky Starks and Brian Cage. They're gonna have a match pretty soon. I just don't know when it's gonna be. I'm hoping it's at the 22nd on the 22nd for Dynamite Grand Slam in New York City, and hopefully for the FTW title and Brian wins. But like Melissa Santos said on her Instagram today, that Brian Cage, her hubby, man that impregnated her and gave her a kid and everything, and lucky bastard, took her away from me. Damn you, Brian Cage. Damn you. So, Melissa Santos said that Brian Cage is being misused in AEW, and I think she's right. She's definitely right. He should be world champion by now. Or at least TNT champion, not that crappy FTW championship he held for like almost God knows how long. Barely defended it one time. And then he lost the belt to Ricky Starks. And now he's holding that garbage title for a long time now. I don't know why that belt is even back. So it was only just a freaking belt that Taz made up. And then he lost it to Sabu, and then he got it back. And then that was the last time we saw that damn belt. But it is what it is. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. So we'll get that match coming up soon. All right, then we got a trios match. Up next, we got Evil Uno, John Silver, and Stu Grayson of the Dark Order taking on FTR, Dax Harwood, and Cash Wheeler, and a good buddy Sean Spears of the Pinnacle with Tully Blanchard at ringside as well. We also had 5 and 10 of the Dark Order. I think we saw Colt Cabana, unless I missed him. Hard to miss. Maybe he was sucking dick in the back. I don't know. But anyway, we see a promo from early in the day where the Dark Order are arguing once again because they can't get on the same page. And then Anna Jay and Ty Conti, basically the only women in the Dark Order, they come up to them. Anna Jay is playing the mom role, so she's yelling at them and saying, "Get your shit together!" Or there is no Dark Order. Say, just to add more dissension into the Dark Order. But match happens. It was like a 5-minute match. They go back and forth. All the teams go back and forth. John Silver's going nuts. He's going nuts, and he's like, who do I tag in? Uno, or do I tag in Stu Grayson? Basically, which Super Smash Bros. Do I tag in? I don't know. But anyway, he had trouble, picking what guy to come in. That's basically what ended it for them. And so FTR and Sean stated most of the match. Dark Order only when they were like double teaming, triple teaming, they worked well as a unit. And then that was it. Evil Uno and Stu Grayson get beat up, and then John Silver takes the pin with a weird triple team move into a Death Valley driver by Sean Spears. 1, 2, 3. They get the win. That's what it is. Match I gave 2.25 out of 5 stars. Afterwards, 5 and 10 come in, and the Dark Order once again they blow up. They're getting physical with each other. They're pushing everybody around, like they're about to come to blows. And then KJ come out, Ty Conti and Anna Jay. They come out and they look at what's going on. And I like Ty Conti's face, like, what are we gonna do, AJ? What are we gonna do? And then AJ's like, fuck them. That's it. So it looks like the Dark Order are about to break up, which sucks. A lot of people saying that they want Bray Wyatt to be the new leader of the Dark Order. Why? When I think it was Evil Uno said that we're not gonna have a leader. It's not gonna be Bray Wyatt. We're not gonna disrespect Brody Lee's memory and all that stuff. So I don't know what's gonna happen with the Dark Order. I think all of them are gonna split up and go their own way, and we'll never see the Dark Order again. Even if they do get a new leader. Like I said, it's probably not gonna be Bray Wyatt. But if Bray Wyatt does come to AEW, which I think he will, I would love for him to team up with Malachi Black. Oh, that would be an awesome fucking faction. They can get maybe some other people, maybe some remnants from the Dark Order. Maybe they can get maybe like Evil Uno and Stu Grayson. Make them darker. Make the Dark Smash Super Smash Brothers with Malachi Black as the leader, and well, maybe him and Bray Wyatt could be co-leaders, or maybe just Bray Wyatt is the leader. But I would love to see Bray Wyatt and Malachi Black either go one-on-one or form like a tag team. That would be an epic tag team. Oh, that would be so good. But it's what it is. And like I said, with Kevin Steen and Jericho coming in, they could go back to being maybe faces again and becoming a tag team again. Go for the AEW tag team belts. I would love to see them go against the Lucha Brothers. I would love that. Steen and Generico. They'll go back to being Steen and Generico, or unless Sami Zayn keeps his name as Sami Zayn. But I think Kevin Owens will go back to Kevin Steen, obviously, if he goes to AEW, go back to his real name. So, Generico, I don't know. If Generico goes back to El Generico, yeah. But it is what it is. I think Sami Zayn has to find Generico, has to break him out of prison because, he's in prison now for stealing all those orphans in Mexico. But it is what it is. So, but, where will Kevin Owens go? Will he be with Generico in a tag team or go his separate ways? And we'll probably see Steen Generico part 6,542,322. In AEW, because I'll fight forever until they basically dead. Or what is Kevin Owens gonna do? He's gonna join the Elite, with Adam Cole, baby, and the Bucks and Kenny. Or does he maybe the Bucks turn on Kenny? The Bucks and Adam Cole turn on Kenny, and they reform Mount Rushmore, which I think they might be doing in 2022. I could probably see that. I think Mount Mushroom might be coming back. I just don't know if it's next year or maybe year after that. I don't know. But Kevin did put up a tweet with him and the Bucks and Adam Cole, a young Adam Cole, in about 2014, 2015, as Mount Rushmore. So then he put up another weird tweet where he has like some numbers look like coordinates or something like that. I was like, what the hell is this? I think it's in I think the coordinates were Chicago or Jacksonville. I don't know. Just go to his Twitter page, look at the tweet with the numbers, and like type it into Google and see what comes up. I think I'm gonna do that later, but it is what it is. That's that. All right, so the Dark Order is a mess right now, and we'll see what happens with that, and we'll move on from there. How much time we got? Oh, we're not doing too bad. All right, then we get clips and words from the ladies in the Casino Battle Royale. Basically, AJ and they had the issues with the Bunny and Penelope Ford. I think we're gonna get that match on Rampage or I forget when it is, but anyway, we hear from Jade Cargill saying that basically it's like saying it's like I'm still that bad bitch, but it's tougher than it looks or something like that. He said with smart Mark Sterling, and then Nyla Rose says that I might have been eliminated, but I'm still the most dominant force in the women's division. Then we hear from Thunder Rosa, not that Rosa, but Thunder Rosa, Melissa Cervantes and everything. She's heartbroken that she came up just a little bit short, but she said she'll never give up. That's it. So women's division in AEW looks pretty damn good. Everybody going after Britt Baker right now. Now right now, Ruby Soho is the number one contender, but I would not be surprised after Britt gets done with her. Who's next? It could be I think it might be Anna Jay, or it could be Thunder Rosa down the line. But we'll see. Maybe I think at Full Gear, I would love to see freaking Anna Jay going for the women's world title against Britt Baker and beat Britt Baker. But we'll see what happens with that. All right, so I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. All right, after that, we get an impromptu promo with Tully Blanchard and Tony Baloney. Tully's all happy, that his team succeeded. They won the trios match. He called himself a better leader than the guys from his past, like Sting. He's like Sting always, trying to get all the hot dogging and the grandstanding Hogan, all that other stuff he did in the past. So he asked Tony Khan to book Shawn Spears versus Darby Allin next week, and that match is now official. Because like, oh my god, really? And basically said he'd come face. So, after the match, maybe after Shawn Spears beats Darby, maybe him and Sting will go face to face like the old days. Back when the Horsemen were around, back when he was in the Four Horsemen. With Arn Anderson and Ric Flair and whoever the fourth guy was. There were so many, Luger and Barry Windham and Brian Pillman. Yep, Brian Pillman was in the Horsemen at one time. If you didn't know that by now. There's so many people that went in the Horsemen. We even think they should have been Horsemen. It was weird. Like Mongo McMichael and everything. But Chris Benoit was in the Horsemen. Sting was in the Horsemen for a brief time. But it is what it is. But that's that. So we'll see what happens next week with Darby and Shawn Spears. And maybe see if Tully Blanchard and 62-year-old Tully Blanchard and 60-year-old Sting go at it. That should be fun. Old fights. I remember Sonny when you were 25 and I was in my prime. Well, that good shit. And that's it. All right. After that, we get Sammy Guevara, the Spanish God, comes out during the picture-in-picture break on doing his cue card gimmick. Basically, put over the summer is over. Make sure you subscribe to his YouTube channel, his vlog, and one of the best vlogs on the internet next to BT. So it is what it is. That the last BTE is going berserk right now. I haven't. The last time I saw it, it was close to like maybe 400,000 views in the span of a day or so. I think in the span of by the time next week hits, that'd probably be maybe getting close to 1 million. Woo! The power of Adam Cole, baby. That's all I got to say about that, and Daniel Bryan for that matter too. But it is what it is. All right, so I gave Sammy. I didn't really rate Sammy. So. All right, then we go backstage. We see Griff Garrison getting looked at by the trainer in the trainer's room, and he's getting looked at. Brian Pillman's holding his neck and everything. I think Alex Marvez comes in and talks to Brian Pillman Jr. And Pillman says that he got Tony Khan to book him against MJF at Arthur Ashe Stadium, and for a Dynamite Grand Slam. So we're gonna see that match, and we all know who's gonna win that. MJF's gonna win that match easily. And then the Acclaimed come out. Anthony Bowen and the reinstated Max Caster, who did a rap on Dark, and well, it was kind of funny. They come out and then like, yo, then they read off a script, and then Anthony Bowen's like, "Are you reading a script?" And then Max Caster like rips it up, and he starts going off. It's like, "I don't want to be offensive," and just kind of makes fun of the two jobbers they beat on Dark. I thought that was hilarious, but it's like, "I'm swinging for the fences. I don't want to be offensive," stuff like that. It's like, okay, so it wasn't that bad. So yeah, so I guess Tony Khan, they kind of suspended it for like maybe a couple weeks, and that's it. Maybe with a pay, and that's it. Anyway, but the Acclaim come in and they start talking smack and to them, and then Max Caster says, I got a match, I'm gonna see you on Friday. So we got Max Caster and Brian Pillman Jr. on Rampage. Not the greatest of matches. I think Rampage is gonna suck this Friday night. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, come on now. Oh, now okay. Now I'm looking at the weather, and they're talking about hurricanes now, which is now actually, as of right now, is the peak of hurricane season. And Larry's going out to sea. We got Mindy, the newest tropical storm, going off the coast. So I don't know if that's going to come up to land or anything. And there's a couple of areas of concern in the Caribbean, not the Caribbean. Well, yeah, around the Caribbean. There's one coming off the coast of Africa, and that's that. And it looks like it's going to be raining next week sometime, Sunday and I think they said it looks like Monday and Tuesday. And we got Yom Kippur next week for all you Jewish people out there. So Happy New Year to you guys, and you have another holiday next week, and then another holiday after that. Go figure that one out. But yeah, next holiday we got here in the in the real world, the next holiday is basically is Columbus Day, and that's like a month away. So it is what it is. The temperatures are starting to go down a little bit, staying around the mid 70s, close to 80. You know, still got a week of summer left. Next week's the last week of summer, and that's it. Then we begin the fall season, and the sun goes down around 6:30, 7 o'clock. And then we talk about Columbus Day, then Halloween, which is on a Sunday this year. So all the kids will be out early, like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. So, got to get ready for that and all that shit. And then, I think 2 weeks after that, a week or two after that is we got to turn the clocks back. So the sun will go down about 5 o'clock. So that's that. Then we start talking about, we got election day where we vote for the mayor and everything. And nobody wants, who cares about that? And then we got Veterans Day after that. And then a couple of days after that, we got Thanksgiving. That's it. And we got the holiday season coming up right after that, right after Thanksgiving. The start of the holiday season. Christmas and my birthday, Christmas Eve, Christmas, New Year's Eve, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah. All that other good shit. So got a couple months left to the end of the year, and for a lot of people, they want this year to end. And kind of like me, but had a pretty rough year, rough 9 months. But I really had a really rough last 6 months, from March to now. But things are starting to turn back up on the upside, but slowly but surely. I think by the end of the year, I think things will hopefully look up. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. I'm not going to mention anything. I think I did kind of mention it yesterday, but I'm not going to mention it again. That's all I can say about that. All right, so we got Max Caster and Brian Pillman Jr. on Rampage tomorrow night. Not that's going to be great. And that's that. And then MJF and Brian Pillman on Dynamite on September the 22nd in New York City. And that's it. All right, then we get to your segment of. Did I just see something? No, I didn't. Okay. Then we get to your segment of the night, ladies and gentlemen. This was fucking epic. We had Tony Baloney in the ring. He brings out D-E-D, D-D-E-D, baby! D-E-D, D-D-E-D, baby! The entire EV come out, and then Adam Cole makes his grand entrance. And Nick Jackson's got a nose ring now. Looks completely hideous. So Tony's about to talk, and then Don Callis like, "Shut up, Shivani." And Shivani's like just like walking away. He's just talking into like a fake mic because nobody wants to hear Shivani. So Don puts over his butt buddy Kenny Omega being number 1 on a PWI top 500. Number 2 was that guy named Roman. So basically, then they bring out their best friend and newest member of the Elite, Adam Cole, baby. So Adam Cole comes out, does his usual stuff, Adam Cole, baby, stuff like that. So then they're about to start the interview, and then Adam Cole takes the mic and says, it's like, "It's story time with Adam Cole, baby, yay!" And that's that. And then we get to I think this is a real life shoot here. Cole goes to Shivani and says, you're very close to Britt Baker, and he's like, "If you even look at her wrong, I'll slap your glasses off, kick your ass." I was like, holy shit. A lot of people don't, most people, I was like, what the hell is he talking about? And most people don't know that Adam Cole, baby, and Britt Baker are married. For those of you who know, for those of you marks that watch my show and then are basically douchebags on YouTube that don't know that. They are married. They're not going out. They've been married for maybe a couple of years now. But anyway, like Cole's like, you're getting too close to, my wife here. So, you get a little bit closer because Shivani wants to bang that ass. I don't blame him, but it is what it is. He's like, you even think about doing that, I'm gonna kick your ass. So he tells him to get out of the ring, you nerd. And freaking what's his freaking Shivani's like taking his grand old time getting out like goddamn ring, and they're trying to kick him out and everything. Blah 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 blah. He eventually leaves, and Adam Cole goes back to story time with Adam Cole, baby. And he says he's new to AEW, but has been elite basically as long as we can remember. And he's a once in a generation wrestler. And then he says he's going to make his in-ring debut next week against the elite hunter Frankie Kazarian. That should be a pretty interesting match. So blah 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 blah. He praises Kenny. He says he's a once in a lifetime wrestler, and the AEW title proves it. Blah 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 blah. So Kenny takes the mic and he said so everything was good, but the one thing I hate is getting interrupted at the pay-per-view. And then Flight of Valkyries hits once again. Brian Danielson comes out to interrupt again. So Omega's like, he comes out, kind of does the yes chants, the fans going, yes, 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 all the good. So Omega's like, all right, everybody get out of here. I'll do this myself. So he wants to talk to Danielson. Danielson steals the mic away. Ooh, tough guy. He says he asks the fans if they want to see him beat the crap out of Kenny. Of course, the fans like, yeah, and then JR's like, oh, I'll love to see that. Of course you would, JR, because you haven't seen that yet. Anyway, he said he wants to fight Kenny. He says like it doesn't work that way. Then Danielson kind of mocks, saying, "Oh, he said it doesn't work that way." So he mocks Kenny, how Kenny says nobody's on his level and that he's the best, but Danielson thinks Omega declines to fight him because it's like, that you're not on my level. I'm like, yeah, right, dude. So in a way, Kenny I think is a little bit above Danielson's level, but that's just me. So So Omega he takes his jacket off and he has the same fucking shirt that Danielson has, white shirt. Then he gets ready. He's like, oh, you want to say that to me? And he goes for a punch, and then Danielson pulls him in, locks him in the lapel lock, and like freaking Kenny's tapping right away. And then the rest of the elite come in to beat him up. Brandon Cutler spraying freaking Brian Danielson trying to get him off like that's gonna work. Then Jurassic Express and Christian Cage and Kazarian all come out. They start beating the crap out of everybody. I mean, it was just chaotic. And then the funniest thing I saw was freaking Marco Stunt, this little 4'2" midget. He jumps on freaking Brandon Cutler and Brandon's like, ah, and he falls down. I'm like, dude, I know you're a stooge and everything, but you're getting beat up by a 4'2" midget? Good Lord, Brandon Cutler. What the fuck is wrong with you? Anyway, so they all make the save. Luchasaurus throws Marco Stunt at the box, and then Jungle Boy hits a Tope con Hilo on the Good Brothers. And then Frankie hits a scissors kick on Adam Cole, baby. And that leaves Brandon Cutler all by his lonesome. He's filming for BTE. I don't know, And then they all surround him. Then he turns around into the Bazaiku kick or the knee plus by Brian Danielson, knocking him out. Then he leaves the ring, and he's still filming. By the way, go figure that one out. So we're gonna probably see that on Monday on BTE 273. So good segment, and I gave that 4 out of 5 stars. And that's it. Segment of the night. That's it. All right. So we got Rampage. So here's the rundown for Rampage tomorrow night. We got I think the main event will be Andrade and Pac that we're supposed to see at All Out. I don't know why that got pulled. I guess for travel reasons with Pac. I guess Pac doesn't want to come to the States that much anymore. It is what it is. It's gonna rain here in the Northeast on Wednesday and Thursday. Yeah, it sucks. It's gonna be 85 here on 84 Sunday, 85 on Monday. So nice hot weather. The summer does not want to end yet, and it probably won't end probably till mid-October. But it is what it is. So anyway, Andrade and Pac 1-on-1 in the main event of In the main event of Rampage, we also got Brian Pillman Jr. versus Max Caster 1-on-1. Then we got Britt Baker, Rebel, and Jamie Hayter against the Soho Squad, Ruby Riott, Riho, and Chris Statlander. That should be pretty good. And also, Darby Allin and Sting will answer Tully Blanchard's. I guess Tully Blanchard. I guess his what he said. He said on Dynamite about their little challenge. I guess I don't know. We'll see what happens next. So not a bad Dynamite, but kind of looks kind of boring except for Andrade and Bach, and probably a couple segments thrown in there in here and there. That's probably all I gotta say about that. All right, then next week on Dynamite, we got Adam Cole, baby, making his AEW Dynamite debut. Takes on Frankie Kazarian. Darby Allin will take on Sean Spears. And also, Jade Cargill, that bitch, will face legit Layla Hirsch. That should be a pretty decent match. So, not a bad Dynamite night from the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. That's all I got to say about that. And announced for Dynamite Grand Slam is Brian Pillman Jr. and Cody Rhodes will return to face Malachi Black in round 2 of that epic feud they're going through. And that's it. So some good matches coming up. Well, some pretty decent matches on tomorrow night on Rampage. And the next 2 weeks of Dynamite look pretty damn good. And that's all I got to say about that. Cody Rhodes makes his comeback at Dynamite Grand Slam in New York City. We've got like 20-something thousand people. I mean, the largest crowd in AEW history. Some good stuff, man. I can't wait. I can't wait. That's all I got to say about that. Which was going to that New York City show. But it is what it is. I'll see you at the Prudential Center. That's all I got to say about that. All right. So after that, we get all that done out of the way. And then we get to the main event. We got Minoru Suzuki, who came out and they cut off his Kaze Ninair or Kaze Ninair before the chorus came, and you gotta play that. So I'm kind of miffed about that, Tony Khan. People are saying that they really made Suzuki look bad in this match. I kind of agree. I mean, it was an 8-minute suckfest for him, but they put on a fucking good match. Moxley coming out the wow thing, and all that good stuff. Comes out alone, just goes berserk. So anyway, maybe some of the promo could have been cut down a little bit. But anyway, this is their rematch from the rematch from New Japan about a year or so ago, where Minoru Suzuki beat the living fuck out of him. Beat the living crap out of him in that match. It wasn't for the title. He didn't have the title. I think it was like almost like a death match or a hardcore match. And basically, Minoru Suzuki beat the crap out of Moxley. And wasn't like that match, but this was still a pretty decent match. Hard hitting, brutal. They traded forearms to start. Went just like a slugfest going into the break. And during the break, Suzuki worked the arm a little bit, and basically still has that intensity. Guy's like 50 some odd years old. Just a fucking legend, former champion, former UFC martial arts guy. Blah blah blah. Then they trade headbutts, and Suzuki went for the sleeper hold into the Gotch pile driver, but Moxley counted, hit a paradigm shift, and then Suzuki got right up, and we see that his eye got busted wide open. I don't know how that happened. Maybe on the headbutt, I think, but he hit the move, and then we see like Suzuki's like busted wide open and everything. So Moxley adds the lariat for 1 count, as Suzuki's just getting fired up. It's like wiping the blood off his face and licking it. Ooh, sick fuck. But he's a legend. We gotta say that. So anyway, they go to another battle of strikes and a couple close near falls, and then Moxley comes back, lands a bunch of sick punches to the face. I think it was all stiff. I was like, holy crap. But like Suzuki's like, going completely berserk, and then Moxley hits an elevated paradigm shift, which looked like he picked him up and they just flipped him over. But they called it a paradigm shift. But anyway, he wins the match in just over 8 minutes. I was hoping this match would have gone a little bit longer instead of 8 goddamn minutes. That's why some of these segments went too long. I think the elite promo went a little bit too long. They could have cut that down. They could have cut the MJF promo down a little bit. So this could have went at least another 5 to 7 minutes at most. But still, Moxley gets the win. Still was a pretty decent match, but it kind of looked like they just flaked on Minoru Suzuki, and I hate to say that, but it is what it is. So, but a pretty brutal match, and I gave that 3.75 out of 5 stars. 3 3/4 stars out of 5, and that's all I gotta say about that. Afterwards, Moxley celebrates by going in the crowd. I was thinking maybe somebody was gonna beat him up, but the hometown boy gets the win, goes in the crowd and celebrates with his fans, and that was pretty much it. And that's it for Dynamite, and that's all I gotta say about that. So thank you all for watching this video, and yeah, that's it. And we should have a pretty good Rampage tomorrow. We got Andrade and Pac as the main event, and some other stuff on the show. I think it's gonna get swallowed up by SmackDown tomorrow. I think SmackDown's gonna be the show of the night. Probably get at least I would think 2.8 to maybe over 3 million tomorrow, because it's a super show. Got Brock, you got Cena, Edge. They said to take the Undertaker, but that's probably not gonna happen. But it's gonna be a big show, big humongous show at the Garden tomorrow night. And ready the superstars are there already, So we got that, and I think they have a show on Monday, I think from Rochester or Buffalo, something like that. So it'll still be in the New York area this weekend. So that's kind of cool. Maybe we'll see some of the stars at the Met game on Saturday, and maybe Sunday too, before they go to wherever their next destination is on Monday. And that's that. And we'll see what happens with that. So SmackDown should be I think the show of the night. I think since Rampage did 692,000 views last week, I highly doubt they'll gain a little bit more. They might go up a little bit, but not. I don't think they'll get like a 1.1 or anything like that. Because basically the show is not even full with stars. But besides Andrade, that's it. So I'd probably say Rampage does about 725,000 viewers. And then I know that all the WWE marks like, oh, we got 3 million on SmackDown. We tripled Rampage. Like it was a stupid super show, and that was Cena's last appearance. Who cares? SmackDown's garbage still anyway. Pretty soon, AEW Dynamite is gonna be beating Raw in the ratings pretty soon, and then you're gonna start start crying and moaning and bitching and shit. So, fuck you. That's all I gotta say about that. And that's it. We move on from there. All right, so that's it. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have a great weekend. Start the weekend tomorrow, Friday. It's Friday. Get done on Friday. So we'll see what happens with that. We got September 11th, the festivities on Saturday. Commemorate 20 years of that tragic event. Where were you on that day? So we got that. We got the Mets Yankees series this weekend. Should be pretty emotional. We got the September 11th game on Fox at 7 o'clock. Bobby Valentine's gonna throw out the first pitch to Joe Torre. I think that's pretty damn good because during 2001, the whole thing, with the Mets and Yankees, doing the whole September 11th thing, the Mets, were the first team to play in New York, and that was the Mets and Braves, where Piazza hit that big home run, like one of the most epic home runs in Met history. On September, I think it was like a week after that, because they played in Pittsburgh and they came home against the Braves and won that game 3-2 when Piazza hit that bomb to center field. And that was it. Even though the Mets weren't going anywhere, they really they weren't that good. Coming off the World Series loss to the Yankees in 2000, they didn't have a great 2001 season, but I think that that game is just legendary in Mets history. So you always see it on Mets classics, all that shit on SNY. But still it's gonna be an emotional night Saturday night, and that's pretty much it. And they play Sunday night on ESPN at 8 o'clock, but that's gonna get swallowed up by football all day, by Sunday night football. So I'll probably watch the Met game. Well, I can't watch the Met game. Probably watch maybe the. Well, I'm gonna watch football all day anyway. Got the Jets at 1 o'clock, the Niners at 1 o'clock. So I'm gonna go back and forth between my from the TV. You gotta have picture on picture. So I'm mostly gonna be watching the Niners game and put the Jets game in picture and all that stuff. And then the Giants play at 4 o'clock against the Broncos on Fox. So I'm gonna watch that, and then that's gonna lead into the Sunday night game. So I'm gonna watch that. Maybe watch Ring of Honor too, because Ring of Honor's got Death Before Dishonor this weekend. And I'm gonna do my predictions for that on episode 205 of the Gilmore Chronicles this Saturday. So we'll see what happens with that. So we've got a pretty decent weekend. Just football Sunday. It begins on Sunday. The first of 17 weeks, well, 18 weeks, if you think about it. After this week, 17 weeks. So football is back. Hockey's coming back at the end of the month for preseason, and then maybe a week or so after that, the regular season for hockey begins, and basketball will begin probably later right around Halloween. So we got that. We got college football going on. College basketball is going to be starting pretty soon, and the end of the baseball season will be coming up at the beginning of October. Then the playoffs start, and then the World Series after that in October. So got a lot of good stuff coming your way. Baseball, basketball, wrestling. It's just going to be a great last 3 months of this year, and get ready for it. And hopefully I'll be here to give you all of it. And I think I will be here to give you all of it. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. Like I said, good things are coming to Peter Gilmore. Hopefully. It's been a bad couple of weeks, but things are starting to look up, and that's all I got to say about that. So anyway, that's all I got to say about that. Thank you all for watching. My final rating for Dynamite gets 7.5 out of 10 stars. But let me know what you guys thought of the show in a comment or a video reply down below. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below on this channel and on my other channels as well down below. Like the video, dislike the video. I don't really give a shit. You can't do anything about it because you can't do your own show because you hide behind your Commodore 64 computer and your fake, a black screen or a mask and your fake voice changers, and you live in shitholes in America or in the UK or whatever. It is what it is. Bunch of jealous fucks, and that's all I gotta say about that. That's it. So that's it. Thank you for watching. I'm going to edit this video up. Maybe have a late night snack or maybe some ice cream. Maybe watch some YouTube videos. I know Cena's gonna be on Jimmy Fallon coming up. If you want to watch that, for all you Cena fans out there, especially the bald-headed bastard, but it is what it is. So that's all I got to say about that. So enjoy your Thursday night, everybody, and a great weekend. Maybe I might be back tomorrow with my well, we'll see what happens tomorrow with SmackDown and Rampage. If I'll do a review late Friday night, or if I can do it Saturday, depending on what I'm doing this weekend. I'm probably not really doing much. Maybe going out Saturday, but I'm not sure yet. But we'll see what happens with all that. And you get another edition of the Gilmore Chronicles. You get your SmackDown Rampage review, and then probably be chill on Sunday. Be watching football all day Sunday, and then Monday we got Monday Night Raw, and that's pretty much it. Start the middle of September, and that's all I gotta say about that. All right, thank you for watching, everybody. Have a great night, and I'm Peter Gilmore signing off. Peace out, rock on, rock hard. Check out my check out episode 204 of the Gilmore Chronicles in the description box. Follow me on social media, all that other good shit, and that's it. Peace out, rock on, rock hard, all that. If you're not down with that, suck my dick and get the fuck out of here, and that's it. Thanks for watching. I'm out. Peace. Wrap up that burrito.